Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Or, recently, a friend taught me a new word, ambivert, someone who is a good balance between the two. I am a bona fide introvert. My husband and I like to call ourselves high-functioning introverts, though. No matter how wonderful a group of people or person is, or how delightful an activity is, I need time alone. Our life in West Africa proved this to me. I was the caregiver of our two great kids, 24/7, 7 days a week. No school, no Sunday school, no community activities, no babysitters, no libraries, no family to relieve me. Nope, nothing. My husband was at the mercy of the hospital, and I was at the mercy of our kids all the time. This was my life. I was overwhelmed, exhausted, and frazzled. Sound familiar? If you have kids, this might be how you're feeling right now in this season of social isolation. It's hard. This was not healthy for me. Being available to people all the time took a toll on my emotional, mental, and physical health. I need time alone. Guilt is a horrible companion. It often accompanies the innate and obvious arguments that we have with ourselves over whether or not we should act on an instinct to do something that we know will be good for us. This is a tactical approach of our spirit's enemy. Of course, the enemy of our souls doesn't want us to take care of ourselves. He knows that if we take care of ourselves, then we'll be healthy. If we're healthy, then we'll have a greater capacity to bless the people around us. So he uses one of his age-old, worn out, but still effective tools called guilt to keep us from taking care of ourselves. He convinces us that we are selfish for taking. When I began to understand that guilt was a tactic of the enemy, it became so much easier to fight it and do what was good. Taking time to be alone for me is good. I'm not hurting my children when I take time to be away and quiet. I'm doing them a favor, and I'm doing myself a favor. A really great moment came when my husband, having already begun to understand my need for time alone, saw one day that I was getting a little cranky and testy with the kids. He gave me a special gift. He invited me to go into time out. Having already had conversations around this topic, I didn't see his invitation as infantile or unkind. Rather, he was stepping up to handle the kids and the activities so that I could slip away for some time to myself. I took the invitation. With earbuds in hand, I closed the bedroom door behind me and I sat. I read my Bible, I worshiped. The time and the space to just be was exactly what my weary soul needed in that moment. After 20 minutes or so, I reemerged feeling calm and happy and refueled and ready to engage with my family in a healthy way again. Uninterrupted time alone is a powerful tool, especially during these seasons of isolation and social distancing. You see, the irony of social distancing is that, for those living with families anyways, you are now in each other's space a lot, but we're not necessarily connecting in meaningful ways with others and even our families as we usually would. This low-grade, semi-connected to everyone state of living is not good for the soul, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. It is being around people rather than being with people. This concept is part of the advance and retreat rhythm that we talked about last week. Fully retreat so that you can fully advance in your relationships as well as life's work and activities. So here's my tip for today. It is take care of yourself. What does your soul need in order to be happy and well? Do you need to put yourself in time out? Talk with your spouse, your kids, anyone else living in your home. Clarify the value of quiet time alone so that you can have a common vocabulary for communicating what you need when you need to slip away. Introverts and extroverts alike need breaks. I've had to explain to my kids, one being an introvert and one being an extrovert, that sometimes when they're sent to their rooms, it's not a punishment. Rather, it's an invitation to go and be in their space without anyone else interrupting them. They're offered the gift of retreat. Don't allow guilt to keep you from the gift of alone time. Just don't forget to reemerge and bless your family after your time out. Until tomorrow, I hope you see what God's placed in your life to bless your soul.